Hey Summoners, just another gamer here, and today I'll be touching on the runes for what you guys have been seeing for the past few days. That would be the ToA Hard 60, 70, 80 and 90. So for the first unit, what I have here, which will be my Beretta. So what he's having is, the rune set is currently on Focus and Despair, so that will be on Speed, HP and Accuracy. So that's the rough stats of him. And for what his role is, that he's the leader, and because of this 19% attack speed lead, then you make your mobs like move more often, in short. So for the first skill, that really doesn't matter, you don't really need to max this skill. Secondly, we have is Turbulence, which actually this skill you've got to max, because having that one turn less in the reduction for his cooldown will actually help you a lot. And because what if he resists, that is another thing, which could actually happen even at 100% accuracy. Then for the next unit, for the next skill that I have, which will be the Phoenix Fury, this is actually mainly used in clearing of the mobs, and then at the same time, him being Despair, this skill will actually try to like crowd control on the other units, and these dots will actually help you in clearing on the trash units. Probably I can say that trash units. And also on like the boss minions, if there is a need, these dots could actually help you out. So that would be like the few units that I could actually replace with. The rest of the first four, I don't think it is that really advisable to replace them. But of course, if you have like net 5 units, then that will of course be a different kind of idea for sure. Alright, so for the next unit, this will be Ramos of mine, whereby he's just there for the stuns and also planting the dots. So for him, he gotta max all the skill. He's a net 5 after all. Then he can also clear all these weakening effects. So that could actually help you out in like some other stages, like the Sierra stage, which you guys have just seen. Then next, the leader skill, that doesn't really quite matter. Then for mine, he's on Swift and Guard. So the next turn, Spectra will be doing a special assault, and that will actually clear this map. Yep, we'll clear this. So that's how I actually do on my floor 7. Alright, so let's proceed on. This will be Bernard, and his first skill is based on his attack speed, but this doesn't really help very much in the ToA, because his damage will be only like somehow significant. And then proceeding on, we have his body slam, and this would be like my reason why I chose this over Math, because what this guy has is that a defense break and an attack break, which Math doesn't have. And on top of that, you need the defense break in order for Spectra to work its way up with the more damage with the special assaults, which is the next thing that I want to talk about. So the last skill for this is that he actually increases the attack bar by 30% and also increases the attack speed for 2 turns. And when you max this skill, you only have like 1 turn of this buffer, whereby you are without your speed buff. So definitely you gotta max this, because you do not want it to have like 2 or 3 turns in between whereby you can't even use a tailwind. Alright, so and then this is his rune set. This will be on Swift and on offset, which I just grade for like more speed, or it's up to you guys whether you guys judge like more speed or maybe HP or accuracy, defense even. And then this guy will be on speed, HP and accuracy. And then because why you can go for defense is that this guy has a whooping defense of like 703, which is quite rather like almost a net 5 kind of stats. And then his base speed is a 111, so you could actually work something out with this guy. It's quite worth it to use any of the offsets, be it like speed, defense and accuracy also. It's totally up to you guys. But then I think again that we do not need to use on that. Let's do the Hellstorm. Actually, we cleared it without Spectra for the damage dealing. So if you have Spectra and then RNG is on your side, actually this match will all like long be cleared for you. Alright, so next up we have Fish will be Spectra. So this is the rough stats of it, and then let's touch on the skills. So the first one I've gone through, which is the same as Bernard and all the other Griffins. And then secondly we have this skill, which this skill is like why it's dealing damage, because it's based on enemy's HP, and then how much HP does the boss have, I have no idea. Like what you just saw in the floor 90, it actually did a 25k damage, which could be like 20 times of what HoA is going to do in like one turn. That is provided it crit, and then if the boss is on defense break, which is much more easier than having 20 turns of the defense break for HoA to hit or etc. So that's one thing. And then proceeding on, we have is this skill Backlash. So what actually Backlash does is that it will reduce the it has a chance to actually reduce on the attack bar by 30%, and then which is that 50% chance seems very little, and then decrease the attack speed for 2 turns. This, I would presume that this will be 100% activation rate, so the rest will still be based on your accuracy. So, and then Awakening, you gain additional 15 speed. So I chose this guy as a Swift and Blade because the thing is that I need some crit rate on this guy in order for the second skill to work. Secondly, Swift is because that if you calculate this Swift, he's getting like around 31 to 32 additional speed just from this Swift set, which actually makes it up, whereby I decided to just put in like critical rate, and then yep, actually I could do like critical damage if I have a good critical rate, but then you'll need some form of like HP. So I mean, he's only a net 3, so you don't really have to push this guy to like a rune set for like what you use for a net 5. Yep. So for this, I feel ideally it is rather
Light and Darkness School will just be coming to you in like a few moments time.
This will do it. Yep.
That's fast, isn't it?
So for the last unit, the last and foremost, which way Basalt. So what Basalt has, this is raw stats. Then okay. So he has a battle charge that is the skill that I use it for provoking. Secondly, I have is this Polar War, which the heal is actually based on 15% of his max HP. So when you max this guy, it will be like additional 10 plus 10, which means that it's a 1.5 plus 1.5. That will make it up to 18% of your max HP. Then yep, it actually reduces the incoming damage by a bit, and then heals up, which actually makes it up for the lack of the power of the heal. Then next up we have here will be Hellstorm. So this is based on your defense, and then the attack gauge of the enemy will be reduced by like 35%. And then Awakening gets it the defense lead. Then this is the stats of my wounds, which will be on Violent and Blade. And then his accuracy, I feel that is rather needed, so actually I pump it up higher than before, which I think it was like less than 20%. So right now it's a 38% on Violent. And then yep, I guess that's all for what I have for you guys for this Trial Ascension for my stats of my mobs. So if you guys have any other questions, just leave it in the comment section below, and then till next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.